Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. So, brand new car added into Forza Horizon 4, the Rossian Q1. Now this is a car I've never heard of up until this point because, I mean, who has heard of this company? However, I did look it up. I wanted to see what the whole deal was about. So apparently, sorry about that. Apparently, this is a company that acquired Noble. So, this is a Noble derived car. If you guys know the company Noble, I think it was, I don't know if it was owned by Ford or what their partner or deal with Ford was. Either way, this car does have a Ford engine. It is a 3-liter twin turbo, if I'm correct here. It sounds great. That is a fast little car. It's a fast little car. Right now, this is completely stock. I just got this thing. 190 miles per hour with ease. I think it's got around 500 horsepower. It's an interesting little car. It doesn't look terrible. It's fairly old. It's a car from 2010, and it does show its age because obviously of the design features that back in 2010 the cars had. I mean, it looks a little bit older than 2010. Let's just put it that way, because some cars that came out around that era, which was, I think in 2011 we had the Ferrari 458, which just looked absolutely incredible for its time, and I think it still looks very, very good. Now, again, like I said, visually, this is pretty much what it looks like. It doesn't look terrible, but I think, I'm gonna say, yeah, we don't have many things to add onto this car, except for some Forza bits and pieces. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is actually add the, we'll see, okay. We'll have to see what sort of things we can do here. So, we're gonna be able to have drift suspension on this thing, so we can slide it if I really, really wanted to. I may just turn this thing into a little race car. Okay, it makes 450 horsepower and it weighs 1,213 kilos. As for the engine swaps, what can we do to this thing? We have two of them. We have a racing V12 and a racing 7.2 liter V8. I mean, obviously both of these are gonna get this car to be a lot faster. Plus, because their racing engines are lighter than your normal ones. Your normal engines, so everything is just lighter in general here. So we can have a 4.7 liter V12. We can definitely twin turbo all of these pretty much. Right now this thing is a rear wheel drive car. Do I want, I really want to see how good the handling of this thing actually is once I like slap on like a huge amount of power on it. And if I do end up turning this thing into a into an all-wheel drive, so far this thing looks like it might be very, very good. We'll have to see handling wise what it's like. Again, we'll just go with some race tires. They pretty much give it the best of the best. Again, what about our tires? Do we save a lot of weight? We save up to 12 kilos if I do any of this. Look at those stats though. Look at those stats. Acceleration is on 10 already. Launch is on 10. Braking is almost on 10. Handling is almost on 10. Speed is up there as well. This might be a very, very good car. This might be up there with some of the best. We'll see what sort of stats we have at the very, very end once we actually upgrade every single thing on this car. And we will still have to do a weight reduction. We still have to do engine upgrades and all that sort of stuff. So again, like I said, we'll see. With the transmission change, that'll bring it down a little bit. So right now, we're at 9.5, 9.9, 10, and 10. So braking and launch is back up, or braking is up to 10. Acceleration has gone down slightly, obviously, because, like I said, we changed the transmission. With all the rest of the parts here, we will get this thing to be a little bit better. I'm not going to put a cage in it. There you go. Everything is on 10. It's now an X-Class car. And now, I guess, just add everything on and we'll see if we can bring the speed up a little bit more. Right now, it's a 9.4. I'm going to guess 9.5. Twin turbo change with a 9.9. This should bring everything's up to 10. And if I change the if I change the oil cooling, it will add 6 horsepower, but it'll add a lot more weight, so we might just not add it on at all. Damn, that's actually really, really impressive. We got this thing to 10 on everything for the stats. That's a ridiculous amount of power to squeeze out of this little car. It has more power than it does weight, which is good. What if I go with the V8 and I twin turbo that? Let's have a look here. What's our power to performance or power to weight gonna be like? With the engine being changed, our top speed has gone down by a lot. Which doesn't really make sense to me, because this thing makes more power. But I guess the other engine is lighter. I don't even know, to be completely honest. We'll just go with the V12 since overall it gave us better stats. And I'll add pretty much everything on. I really want to see what this thing is like. I mean, top speed wise, I don't really expect this thing to be like super crazy because it doesn't really have that much power. But I think handling wise, this should do very good job. I'll just leave everything on 10. I'll leave everything on 10. I think that extra 6 horsepower doesn't, like, just isn't necessary. So there you go. There's our stats from before to the upgraded stats. This is a fast little car. This is actually a quick little car. Braking is good as well. Acceleration out of corners is good. Oh my god, I had to go back to being a solid car there. You can tell this thing puts down some serious power. I really like the way this handles. Like I said, very impressive little car. It's good. I've tried to like sort of take it all in here. There's obviously some better cars than this thing, but it's not bad at all. Oh my. Just lifting off and having the front like dive in a little bit and then just throwing it out of the corners. It does a very good job. I mean, it's literally just the traffic getting in the way now, that's the problem. So I can't really slow down fast enough to be able to avoid them. Especially because I've tried to use like the whole road. But it's good. I'm actually fairly impressed. I am fairly impressed how good this little car is. Car that I've never heard of. Oh god, I'm about to crash into a house. Ah, it's all good. Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with this little car. It does a very good job. Again, it's not made really for top speed or anything, but I think with a good tune and some better driving, this could actually be quite a decent car to use for events. I mean, it's a next class car now. If I just go ahead and I take I don't know, some parts off it, we get it to S2. This might be an alright car for some of the events. I don't know if it'll be good enough to challenge some of the best. Something like the McLaren Senna, for example. But it's decent. It's a decent car. And I think power-wise as well, it absolutely beats the McLaren Senna. I think the McLaren Senna at S2 goes up to around 900 and something horsepower. So power-wise, this thing absolutely dominates the Senna. Now, I have the Senna in mind because I was literally just using it, that's why. So I don't know if it'll be able to challenge the 918, for example, something like that. I think that may be a little bit faster. But for high-speed corners and all that sort of stuff, and braking is very good on this car. Very good. I mean, it's a lightweight car. I feel like it should be very good. Now, if you guys want to know exactly how to get this car, all you have to do when you go into the festival playlist is check out the summer games. And then just complete that, or, well, win it, I guess, because if you complete it, you don't get it. You literally have to win it. So, I got a little bit lucky. My second attempt of doing this, I managed to get it. The very first attempt, I didn't, because my team was terrible. So, yeah. and they all pretty much left. But other than that, I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed with this little car. It actually does quite a good job. So if you guys have any good tunes, or if you guys know of anyone that makes some very, very good tunes, I definitely recommend trying to add it onto this car and see. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this this new addition into the game. Like I said, I've never heard of this company. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know about this car at all up until they've added it into the game now. And yeah, it's an interesting car. It's an interesting little car, because I don't think they've had Noble in Forza. I don't know if ever, or maybe like a very, very long time ago that they've had Noble in the game. But now, obviously, this is a successor to the Noble brand, and yeah, it shows. It's a cool and quirky little car, I guess. All right, well, I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, like the video, share it, comment, do whatever you guys want. But for now, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later.